Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Finally got a chance to do this auction, Red Power auction results video here. It's going to be probably a little bit different kind of video than maybe what you're used to seeing for auction results videos. This particular auction, it's kind of our local spring consignment auction. They do other auctions as well, but this is kind of the main one you go to in the spring. And they usually have like 3,000 things there, so it'll run from 8:30 in the morning till easy 10, 11, 12 at night sometimes. So I was not there for that whole time. That's just too long. So I was online here looking at stuff. So what I'm going to do here in this video is I pulled up all the things that I showed in the auction preview video. And if you haven't seen that video and you're curious about getting more detailed information about the things that we're going to look at in this video, please go back and watch that one, because it will have a walk around video of pretty much every item that we're going to cover today. So if you want to see the things up close, check out that video. But so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up the Proxibid catalog, and I'll put the pictures on the screen for you guys, so you'll be able to see and read, what the item sold for and the little description. But I'll blast through them here quick, just so you guys have an idea of what the thing sold for. So the first one, I tried to do them in order of the way I showed them in the auction preview video, which I may have some of them out of order, but I tried. So the first one is the Farmall 1066 Turbo at 3,274 hours, runs, operates, and that sold for 16,000 bucks. Next was a Farmall tractor. It was kind of the yellow industrial color, had a snow plow on the front of it. It says the starter was out. It does say it'll run if you pop start it, and not super great condition. That sold for $750. Then there was the Farmall C tractor. Had a 12-volt conversion, had some kind of a plow frame or something like a snow plow frame on the front of it. Does say it run and drove. That one sold for $1,100. Then there was a little Farmall Cub. It had a sickle bar on the back of it. 12-volt conversion, had some wheel weights, ran and operates. That one went for $1,000. International 686. Wasn't the greatest looking tractor. 4,490 hours, ran and drove, and says it needs a seat. That one sold for $3,750. So there was two 574s. This obviously is the first one. It shows 456 hours, which obviously isn't right. Not terrible condition. Ran and drove. Ended up selling for $2,100. So there was this International 584. They call it a mower tractor. It was kind of an industrial color. I don't know if it was used by a township or something. It was showing 2,730 hours, run and drove, came with the side hill mower, and that one sold for $5,150. Then we had the other 574. This one's a diesel. The paint in the picture looks pretty nice. Up close, it was not so great. It was showing 3,207 hours, ran and drove. Newer tires on the back, sold for $4,250. Then there was this 656. Paint was okay on it. Showed 5,633 hours. Does say it runs and drives. Ended up selling for $3,000. 986. That had over 8,000 hours on it. Says it run and drove. Had the canopy, like the ROPS, not the full cab. Ended up selling for $7,500. Then there was a Case International 885 loader tractor, had a cab, was showing 5,582 hours, ran and drove, had the 2255 loader, had an 84-inch bucket on it, possibly heat and air conditioning. That sold for $13,000. Then there was this interesting old backhoe. I believe a couple people in the comments of that video maybe identified what this was, and I don't remember what they said, but I don't know what it is. They don't know what it is because they just have it listed as a backhoe. It did not run, two-wheel drive, ended up selling for $1,300. So there was a IH 806 diesel tractor showing 5,230 hours, did run and drive, and that one sold for $6,500. Then there was this old, it was a cool Willys Jeep, a 1958. It was kind of like a delivery truck, cargo truck thing. It did have a title. It showed 77,000 miles. It was non-running. If you looked at the video, the picture that's online here makes it look not too bad, but it really, the back of it was in rough shape, but it still sold for 900 bucks. Then we had an Allis-Chalmers 190, kind of rough shape. It was showing 2,792 hours. If that's correct, that was a hard 2,000 hours. It does run. It was stuck in third gear, and that sold for $3,500. So there was this Farmall Cub here. It was non-running. There was parts missing off of it, and somebody paid 350 bucks for that. So same thing here. Farmall C tractor. Wasn't running, parts were missing off of it, still some good stuff on there, sold for $500. Then we had the Model 5 Oliver corn picker, and it looked like it was in pretty nice condition. That ended up selling for $500. You guys, Oliver guys, tell me whether that's high, low, good, bad, whatever. I thought it was a decent price. Up in our area, there is not a lot of Oliver stuff, so I don't think there's really a big demand for Oliver things. Then we had the International 300 utility. I did have interest in this tractor. It was pretty rough when we looked at it up close. It was showing 5,500 hours, pretty beat up. I did not buy it. Sold for 850 bucks. And last but not least, this beautiful tractor, International 5288, was showing 6,490 hours. Ran and drove, had 20 suitcase weights, duals on the back, of course the 3.2 remotes, heat and AC. The back window was missing, and that ended up selling for $17,000. I thought that was a little bit light. Overall, it was in pretty darn good shape, given the fact, for what it was. So that's it, guys. That's a quick blast through of the auction values there. I thought a lot of the stuff at the auction overall sold a little cheaper than I thought it was going to. Just equipment, attachments, everything in general. I thought prices were a little bit light. So you tell me on these tractors what you guys think. This, just as a side note, this auction here, they do a tremendous amount of advertising. They always draw a big crowd, and they usually bring good money for everything that's here. It's not somebody that, doesn't put a lot of effort into their auction. These guys put a lot of effort into this, and it's very well known. So to me, it's not an issue of not reaching potential buyers. It's maybe market conditions or something else. So that's just my opinion. You guys tell me what auction values are doing other places and what you think of these values. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.